Don't just buy the block and then find out, I've got this great block now and it's got great views, but no one wants to build on it. So, or it's going to cost, and it becomes,
I noticed in Queensland, Darren, when I lived in Queensland, and I don't profess to know anything about the regs there anymore because that was a long time ago, but I certainly, one of the things that took me back in Queensland was how hilly it was. And developers there were so used to it that they benched and retained essentially everything in advance. So you could do site costs basically on flat land. But the retaining walls were huge. Like, you were looking up at those things, like on the next block that was behind you, for example, it was the retaining wall was as high as the house. So
and a lot of
some of
builders
those
also
areas,
won't build on those blocks. They'll just say, too much for us. That's outside our scope of works and what we're confident in doing. Like some, you don't go to see a volume builder to build yourself a 30-story tower in the city. It's just different skill sets, and that's the point
yeah,
with a lot of these blocks with significant fall. You might be better off having a split level home. So talk to the
yeah.
builder to understand what their scope of works are. Don't just buy the block and then find out, I've got this great block now and it's got great views, but no one wants to build on it. So, or it's going to cost
Victoria, I think they get stuck a bit more because it's not as common. But I know in Queensland, actually, New South Wales had a fair bit of fall too. The developers so much more well versed, and their preparation of those lots are more considered for the ultimate build outcome. So
yeah,
it was
yeah, yeah.
easier for you to be a bit more confident that it would be dealt with and the pricing could be done pretty easily.
And I think,
But I know in
well,
Victoria, you've got developers that are just leave it, it'll be right, and leave it to you. So that's all we're
yeah,
saying is just get
yeah,
someone to have a
when you
look.
get a
Yeah.
bigger developer, and I'm thinking of, there's an estate called Averley that's owned by Stockland, and they've done a really good job of benching all of their blocks, and they've consulted with the builders to understand how the builder's going to build on top of a retaining wall that's now got fill under it, but also next to a retaining wall on the other side because a lot of the fall's going up the hill and it's cross
Mm.
fall. And they've benched them and done a terrific job. So when they take real ownership around that and they work with the builders, then you get a great outcome. If they don't, then just leave it on a slope going up the hill, just gets messy.